Hello everybody and welcome back to Purple Plays Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix. Or rather, welcome to the finale of Purple Plays Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix. In the last part, we read all the Xehanort reports, and then we took on Vanitas' lingering will, lingering spirit, remnant, whatever you want to call it. And in this part, we will be taking on the final secret boss. And just so that I cleared this up, in the last part I started panicking because we were playing in the final episode, and after I beat Vanitas' remnant, I could not find the land of departure. And it seems my suspicions appear to be true. You need to have played one of the other campaigns. You cannot use the last episode as a way to to get to the land of departure. And I guess it makes sense because, after all, you sealed up the land of departure so that Ventus could be safe and then left. It's not the same place, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And after you beat the game, these levels do appear. That way you can, battle. So I can't verify for certain if you did have to beat Vanitas' remnant in order to unlock this, but I'm just going to go ahead and say that I needed to. Because after I beat it in the final episode, this was automatically unlocked. So, I did. So that was neat. And I believe it unlocks for all of them after you beat this. But if not, then feel free to correct me if you haven't already. So what I did is I went to my Aqua profile. And as you probably have noticed, my level is a lot lower than what it is in the final part. Or in the final episode, because you have much better opportunity to level up your characters than. So what I did is that I did indeed do all of the Mirage Arena, at least up until Villain's Vendetta. I am level 26 in the arena, but I don't feel like grinding several matches in order to get that last level up. I might be level 27 now that I think about it. But either way, I need one more level to start the fight with Ericus's armor and then the No Heart fight. Which, I mean, I don't have a problem doing. It's just leveling up after I got everything else unlocked to get to the arena level I am now. I really don't want to have to grind those hours just to get that extra level, then to fight bosses that, although are fun, more fun than the boss I'm about to fight, is not. It's just I don't really want to do it. I've already done it before, and again, although it's fun, it's not something I really want to go back to. I mean, it was already bad enough. I actually beat Vanitas' remnant again on this, so I can compare, and this is actually a stronger Keyblade than the Ultima weapon, which is baffling, but it's whatever. It's something you might actually want to consider using when going up against this next boss, because there is a strategy to him just like Vanitas, because he is also very cheap, if not more so. But at least he doesn't counter as bad as Vanitas does. But I digress. Thing is that this should be considered. I might just stick with the Ultima weapon for magic reasons. Otherwise, I'd probably go with the Void Gear. So I might change it up if I feel like I'm not doing enough. Because the only other weapon or other Keyblade that matches up with the strength of the Void Gear is the Royal Radiance, and like I said, I don't really want to go through the trouble of fighting No Heart and Ericus's armor just to unlock it again, especially since I'm a lower level. I could be grinding that, but that'll take even more time, and there's things that I want to move on to. This playthrough's been fun, but I still have Gravity Rush to do after, because I already told you guys in past Let's Plays that I'd be doing Gravity Rush. And there is a special announcement that I will reveal at the end of this after I beat this mysterious boss. So let's see. Alright, so I'm gonna go over what my game plan is here, and that's probably this, where it's let me just make sure. Okay, I don't have the payback surge, which is good. I have counter blast. I don't have teleport. So I don't have no payback surge, and I don't have no teleport, which is good. Alright, so pretty much my game plan here is utilizing thunder surges and Kirages. I believe you can use any surge, but thunder I find is the most reliable, and a lot of people would agree with that. But what I am willing to do is go ahead and try this set out first. The thing is that this guy has very little openings, and one hit from almost any of his moves, if not every single one of them, will take out all your HP, just like Vanitas' Remnant. So using a Thunder Surge not only stuns him for a bit, but it also it just does a whole bunch of hits, and it's pretty powerful. So you want to get those attack haste up and get some Kirages because you're going to need them. But it is possible to beat them with a set like this. That being said, I'm going to take off Thundagas, all my Thundagas. I'll keep the Blizzard on. Actually no. Well, yeah. Keep that on, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to move all my Kirages into the even number slots, and I'm going to go ahead and put them on. You can... What's this? Oh, mini. You can go ahead and put your Kirages on, because unlike... man, I hate that. Unlike that butthole Vanitas, he's not going to heal in the traditional manner. I'll talk about it as the fight goes on. Technically, you don't need Kiraja either. You can use any cure because, like I said, his attacks are so devastating, it's not even funny. Let's see. I am going to throw on a Thunder Surge just for the help, but I want to rely more on magic. In fact, thinking about it, I think I'm just going to rely on Thunder Surges and triple Thyrajas. Fyrajas. I'm a little nervous. I've only beaten this guy once, and I was so proud of myself. If this doesn't work, I'm just going to switch to all surges, and I might swap out the Ultima weapon for the Void Gear just for that little extra damage. But I hope you're ready, because we are going to end this now. Or at least try to. Let's see if I can be just as lucky as I was against Vanitas. At least in how I took him down. Nothing else needs to be said. This is the true final boss, in my opinion. Meet the mysterious figure, as he is referred to in-game. Oh god. Okay, I thought he was going to attack more. That's why I tried the barrier. But as you can see, even one little touch and your health is as good as gone. Second chance and once more are a must. This guy has tons more attacks than Vanitas could ever hope for. get ready for tons of cartwheeling and picking your opening. Oh god. When he does this, you just want to cartwheel until they fade away. I think you can go ahead and try Thunder Surging, but it's not really recommended. So yeah, Mysterious Figure. He has tons of different attacks. As you can see, he uses like a little X-Beam like Vanitas does to some degree. He has this 9-hit combo he's doing constantly. He can teleport dash. He can clone himself into 5 different clones. And that he can also fire an Erosia or air attack, air magic, whatever, to get rid of your commands, actually. He'll scatter your commands all over the field if he hits you with that. He summons these orbs of light that shoot several beams. You can block them, but they fire in a rather inconsistent pattern to where it won't stick after you block. He can fire a grappling beam at you to lift you up and keep you in the air, just to get an easier hit on you afterwards. I think that's the only move that might not kill you in one hit. I mean, look how crazy this is. And then as you can see, that Erosia scatters all my commands. You want to pick them up as soon as possible. He also uses Raging Storm. If you remember this was a technique that, This was a technique that I showed off earlier in the playthrough, where you get cloaked in orbs of fire. Man, I am not doing anything to him. You want to have at least 3 hits before doing any more damage to him. Oh, I do have teleport on. You can use the counter surge and hope to get rid of the clones, but I don't think that's a good idea. At least because there's so many of them and they're all hitting you rapidly, it's impossible for them to kill you, even with a different move like that X-Beam. Well, let's see, there's the Raging Storm, there's the Grappling Hook, there's the Cloning, there's the Orbs. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's the only move that doesn't really do anything. He also has his own, Okay, so only one of those actually hurts him. Man, he just keeps doing this. Only one of those fire seems to hurt him. He has a Sonic Blade attack where he'll dash all over the screen, and that's probably one of his worst moves because he dashes so fast compared to someone like Vanitas and other enemies who use it. Terranort. Come on. Come on. He has this giant-ass combo. He has all these fucks. I'm gonna try something. There we go. And then I mentioned these orbs. He also has an attack where he will grapple you with this, like, light string or whatever, and it causes a doom effect. If you don't mash out of it in time, you will die no matter what. And the other thing is that, man, I'm not getting any leeway with this. Heal. Ah, damn it. This is one of the most stressful parts. Because one slip up and you are screwed. And he walks towards you. When he does that grapple, as long as you're able to avoid it, you should be good. I haven't even done 1 health bar yet. this fight can take a very long time. I think shot locks do work on him better than it did on Vanitas. The problem is that one of his other techniques is actually being able to use a barrier. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh god. And when you hit that barrier, he heals. Sounds familiar, don't it? Because he has a renewal barrier, just like me. That's why if you're able to get him in a... Wow, I actually leveled up. That's why if you're able to get him into a combo or hit him with your Keyblade, stick with 3 hits at max, because after that, oh god. Yeah, see, he teleports away from your shots. I think that's why it's not working very well. It'll work, it's just that it's not the most reliable move. Yeah, just stick with 3 hits, because any more of them and he'll start healing after, like, the 3rd, because then he tries to block everything. Not to mention, one bad thing about Thunder Surge is that because it's a physical move, and not only does the barrier protect him from those moves and heal him, but sometimes, randomly, from what I can tell, he'll actually freeze time and then reverse it, and he'll heal any damage that he sustained while putting himself into a position where he can do more damage to you. But rarely does his attack ever succeed, from what I can tell. And that's only covering the basis of what he's usually like doing. Because like a boss that gradually gets harder as you fight him, especially when his health gets lower, he does pull out different attacks. And I'll go over them when I can. The thing I like about him over Vanitas is that he's still not very easy, but he's more fun because I can attack him. It's not like something where no matter what I do, unless I'm cheating, I can't do anything to him. See, he has his openings, and although he is teleporting quite a bit, it's not super atrocious. It's just that you don't get much leeway because he has armor, and he can punish through that. I think he's supposed to do an attack after he catches you, but you can slide out, and usually you don't have too much of an issue. Usually you won't have too much of an issue getting out of it before you actually reach the top, because you can also slide out, I think. I mean, I've been lucky to slide out. See? I'd still be careful. See, here's that time part, and he heals whatever you did to him. He positions himself, and if you're not on the trigger, he will hit you. This is very painful, especially when he's very low on health, and he stops time, gets the health, he recovers, and if you didn't recover and you're like down to 1 HP, and you are not fast enough on that cartwheel, you are screwed. Oh god, do I have Payback Surge on? Oh yeah, I do, because I'm using my first deck. God dang, I'm like, wait a minute, why do I have Teleport, and then why do I have Payback Surge? Let me fix that. I'm gonna try and demonstrate a shot lock real quick. Oh, son of a bitch. It changed my commands again. One moment. I'm sorry. Alright. Now I should be good. I'm gonna try and demonstrate that shot lock again if I can. If not, then I have his trigger. Oh, that ain't good. Oh, hold on, I'll see if I can trigger it. Also, for the record, you can block his melee attacks. It's just that you really want to try and get some distance before you do. Because, as you can see, not only is he fast on the combo, he covers a lot of distance with it too. So it's not like you can snipe him from afar or something. And he runs pretty fast too. And then, as you can see with that barrier, son of a... I tried to block it. I thought I'd be able to block, but the time it takes for her barrier to come up after cartwheeling is very delayed, so not my best move, but whatever. Okay, that was a bit unfair. I noticed that he gets stunned a little bit, the same as the Iron Imprisoner. The thing is that I don't know if I can rely on that to cheese him, because he recovers so fast. He has super armor on some of his moves, but not all of them, and when he takes enough damage, he will back off and try and guard to gain more health. Ah, damn it, Aqua. Just take it, just take it, just take it, just take it, just take it. Ah, heal. This is gonna be a very long fight. I haven't fought this guy in years, and there's a reason. I mean, I love his theme, and he's honestly the reason why I bought the coat he's wearing, but I'm not going to dance around the fact that he is horribly designed. Mainly because he does so much damage, takes so little of it. He's just very unfair. Like, there's no argument. This isn't a fair challenge. Like, you could argue that with Vanitas. Okay, was that necessary? I forgot, you can also go under him to avoid his grapple. You could argue that Vanitas has a bit of a fairness to him because he has so little health, and his healing factor works based on how you use the Kirajas, but this guy has no excuse. Like, I think maybe if they tone down his damage, because he has so many different attacks and so many ways to... He has so many options is what I'm trying to say. And all of them do like the exact same amount of damage, and it's insane! But you see how absurd this is, too? Because it's like... I fought No Heart and Armor of the Master, and I didn't have this much trouble, and they were added after. This was in the main game, and they didn't bother to tone it down. I'm surprised that they even showed mercy with those Mirage Arena fights. I mean, I get that actually, from what I heard, No Heart was technically supposedly toned down for this. Oh shit, I actually caught him. It was actually toned down because in the PSP Final Remix you could still play with other people. So I guess he had more health or something? That's what I've been hearing. I don't know if that's true. Oh, he's almost down from his second bar. Once he gets down to that halfway mark, you'll start seeing different moves, and he gets even harder to hit. And I couldn't do anything. Fuck me. My hand's starting to get tired already. Okay, so he does attack you. It's just that I'm able to get out of it before he even manages, or by the time he nabs me, he's already done his attack and dropped me off. It's a very weird attack. Okay, so yeah, that confirms it. One thing I should be trying to do is also take advantage of the Leaf Bracer invincibility, because that seems to work a bit for certain moves. But I think it's the lag from it that is very unreliable. Okay, I got him down past 2 health bars at least. But my thumb is killing me. God damn it. Smug prick just walking in the middle of the battlefield, letting orbs do all the fighting for you. I'm pretty sure if you get close enough, he'll attack. Fuck! See, that's what I meant about that's one of his worst attacks, because on one hand, he'll attack so fast that it triggers the second chance or once more, while the other times, and this is one of them, where he'll stall and then he'll aim and attack you, and that'll cancel it out and you can't do anything about it. Ugh. Just give me a second. I need a fucking drink. Did he take my Firaja? See, look at that. That's bullshit. I'm losing it on my button presses here. And I was lucky enough to survive that. But not that. I thought he was about to, I thought I would be able to have invincibility on that, so, you know. I use the Firajas because they're able to track. I would use the Luzaja otherwise. Even if it doesn't hit him with all 3 shots, I want him to be on the defense more. More than he puts me anyways. That's also why I don't rely on the surges too much. Because as you can see, if I'm not hitting him in the right spot, he's going to punish me. And I need to take everything I can get. That's why I don't take any caution or take any action when he clones himself, which surprisingly he hasn't done, but watch him do it now. That's another reason, as I believe I've mentioned it before, but it's still more reliable. You want to break out of that too, just so you know. Because I believe if they do hit you enough times, you will get stunned, which you've already seen happen before, and that's pretty much a instant kill as well. I mean, that should be obvious, but you know, I'm just reiterating. At least that knocks him out of his Sonic Blade, but there's so little time to react. See, he shouldn't be able to teleport as much as he's doing. If you're lucky enough, you should be able to time your Thunder Surges to get rid of all those clones. But only rarely do I ever try it. Part of you wants to be more on the offensive, though. Oh crap, I fucked up. I gotta get rid of Ghost Drive because it ruins my invincibility frames. It gives me more distance, but as you can see, it's not reliable in terms of a dodging mechanic. Yeah, try to avoid getting, Ghost Drive at all costs. I think you can actually turn it off, but I don't know how. Oh shit, I thought I had Thunder Surge on. That's okay, he gave me a freebie there. Son of a bitch. Oh no. I want to try and get this to expire before I try to heal. Come on. Expire. Okay. Oh, fuck you. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on! Come on. Oh, thank goodness. That Sonic Blade is my most feared thing here. That and that Erosia, but not in the same tradition. Come on, do another blade. Yeah! Okay, that's fine. Alright, now he's in the second phase of this fight. This is where not only can he use Raging Storm, but he can act out of it while it's working. And just in the span of a couple seconds, he showed off a majority of his other hand, where he can use Meteor to take out a specific part of the screen. He can use Mega Flare, which is a screen nuke, and acts just like it does when you're fighting Unverse. There's his Doom attack right there. The only thing he hasn't done is that damn invincibility he has. Or not invincibility, but invisibility. Because he can turn invisible, which then gets rid of the lock-on. Oh god, what the hell? I knocked him out of the Mega Flare. But as you can see, he's doing all his other moves. And because of these other moves, you really want to be careful on how you're dodging. See, here's his invisibility. You can't lock onto him, and I don't think you can actually do damage to him. You might be able to, but you won't be able to find out, and the Mega Flare is still there for some reason. You have to wait. I don't want to get near that thing. You have to wait until you can lock back on, and this lasts quite a while. There we go. But all that time, he just never fucking stops. Oh god, no, 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 no. Get out of there. Okay, he went invisible again. He does this quite frequent. The Mega Flare, I think, is probably his most dangerous one next to the Meteor. Okay, I think I glitched that out because that should not be there. Yeah, this little sun right here should not, well, exist. When you start seeing that the health bar has returned, then you can act accordingly and lock onto him again. But he's not going to stay that way. As you can see, I only got one attack on him, and then that was it. Back to invisibility. And he can do this all in the combination of Raging Storm, Doom, Erosia, and all that stuff. Sonic Blade. Well, I don't know if he combines Raging Storm with Sonic Blade, but he just gets so much invincibility. And the fact you can't lock onto him makes it even worse, because you can't keep track of where he's at. He's always behind you, don't get me wrong, but I mean, you know. And I feel that's the only time you can attack him. See, he's like throwing out all these meteors. It's only a matter of time before he throws out. There's the Mega Flare. Erosia. This is like the only reliable time you can fight him or attack him before he goes invisible. I'm pretty sure if you know where he's at, you can attack him, but like I said, I don't know if it does any damage. This is what makes the fight even longer. Because just throwing all this out and the invisibility lasts almost as long, if not just as long, as when he clones himself. Thank God that he can't have 5 clones of himself, all using Raging Storm and meteors and stuff, because I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be able to attack at all otherwise. See, look at this. This is ridiculous. This is like a bullet hell in like a action RPG form. And I feel like I'm about to have a cramp on my foot, which is not good. I fucked up. At least I can use the counter blast on him. See, like, it's because of these different magic attacks he uses, I can't follow up like he does with Erosia. Because they cover so much range, and I need to be at a certain range in order for him to do like triple Firaja. I got lucky with the little stun I did with the combo, but I don't think I'm gonna have that luck again. You really need to buckle the fuck down when you can. And look at that! He becomes visible and then casts invisibility again. I see fire, so I'm assuming he's in Raging Storm while trying to attack me and casting Meteor and Mega Flare. There's another Mega Flare. There's another one. See, look how ridiculous this is. Screen nuke after screen nuke. And you know what? What's the most ridiculous out of all of this is that I'm able to dodge all of it. This dinky cartwheel that Aqua keeps doing is just 100% invincibility. And this is why you really want to choose Aqua as the character to fight these guys, because although Ventus's role is neat, it's not as reliable, I think, as Aqua's cartwheel, because it covers so much and it lasts such a long time. And then Terra, you are a god if you can beat this with Terra. Like, even if you're using the Thunder Surge technique, I don't know how you could do this with Terra, because he has little to no invincibility on his dash. He covers a lot, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to do anything against that Mega Flare. It'll do wonders against the Meteor because he'll be able to outrange it, but the Mega Flare's a Scream nuke, don't forget that. So I don't even know how. I think you would have to do precise dodges because, like I said, there's little to no invincibility. So I think if there is any, then, for fuck's sake, then you're going to want to, dodge at the right moment, but how are you going to know? Especially in the scenario like this where he's invisible and you have to focus the camera on him when you can't because the lock-on is, unable to work. Can't lock on something you can't see, now can ya? Can ya? Kenya? Kenyan? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm kind of losing my fucking mind. I'm mashing this goddamn button. Come on. He's like barely giving me an opening. Did I just like plant 2 more suns? I planted 2 more suns. I think I pretty much glitched them out at this point, and I didn't even know I could. Then again, this is the first time I've been trying to do this fight with triple Firages, which is actually working out a lot better than I thought. And I'm glad that I'm able to use this over just Thunder Surges, despite the fact I think the Thunder Surge has been the MVP of this fight, aside from the cartwheel. The cartwheel has no equal. It is that helpful in this fight. I may have to break up the fight, unlike my other ones where I try to show the full fight as much as I can. Although there's no guarantee I'll live this. This is the worst part about this fight, is because he does so much damage, and one fuck up means that you have to start this all over again. And this is insane with how much time you pass just dodging all in a circle like this. Attack me. He's down to his last health bar. Raging Storm and 2 Mega Flares, and a Meteor, and another Mega Flare, and then Sliding Dash, or Sonic whatever. At least he hasn't cast Invincibility yet, but I'm so used to dodging, I don't even remember that he does that. There it is. Yeah, I forgot he did that because there was an opening I had for him. I'm surprised that I don't break my square button by the end of this, but I probably will. It probably has shown some wear and tear throughout this whole playthrough, having to dodge and mash buttons. And if you can hear it through the microphone, which I'm pretty sure you can, based on some of my other recordings, you could hear this click, 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 more than you hear the beep sound. Crap, not like this. I am so careful right now because he barely has any health left. I mean, he still has a full health bar, which, as you know, takes forever to dwindle down, but I'll take what I can get because there's no checkpoint. There's 5 health bars. I mean, 4 if you want to be technical with those mini health bars, but 5 in total from what I count. I don't know if I'm even counting right. I'm pretty sure I am, if not 6. See, with Vanitas it's understandable because he doesn't have that much health. But this guy, he has health like a regular final boss, or any boss for that matter. Like, more than one. It's unjustified why he has this health. Because look at all this. This is insane. In fact, I might not even edit any of this. I might just save it as it is, just to show you how fucked up this fight can be. Now, I've seen people that have been able to do this fight without surges and just countering so much, and I don't even know if they're able to do this on their first try or what, but it's ridiculous how they're able to do this, because I have to say they had to play this fight so many times in order to bust the bosses the way they do, because there's just no way, I see no way you can do this and cheese them. I'm putting my thumb into overdrive at this point, but it's my index finger that's actually giving me the problem. I think it's that sliding dash that I'm worried about the most, because that thing is so finicky with how it wants to work. I'm surprised I haven't even gotten hit by the Doom yet. See, look at this. Look at this mess right here. Oh god, he's just walking right there. That's scary. You can risk it with a Thunder Surge and hoping to hit him, but like I said, I don't know if that does any damage because you won't be able to tell. And also, he can pull up the barrier while invisible, so he'll heal if you're trying to attack him too much. Reveal yourself, you fuck. The thing I don't remember is him doing shorter combos, like ending with that thrust. He's always done the big combo in the PSP version. I've never seen that small one, and it's throwing me off. That's the only move I don't recall seeing. That's why I never brought any mention to it. I mean, I would have been more surprised, but there's just so much that he does. I'm more surprised that these Mega Flares won't go away. Come on. Oh no, come on. At least I don't think that he can do any of his other advanced moves while cloned. Limits were meant to be broken, and my thumb had reached that limit right there. I knew it. I was like, he's gonna go invincible right here. He has so little health. The music has traits of sadness in it, and this rush where it's like, you can taste victory or defeat. And the sadness is the fact that even one mistake will cost you. This has been one of the hardest bosses I've ever fought in any video game, and it still remains true to this day. This fight is solely patience. Patience and timing. Patience, timing, and being creative with how you want to go approach this, because you can approach it in any way you desire. I find it I mean, I'm playing probably the safest way you can by attacking him when he does very predictable moves that leave him open. Like that move right there. This is patience, workout for your thumb, and timing. I fucked up. I fucked up. I should have went with the triple Firaja, but I moved it on purpose because I wanted to secure my victory with the Thunder Surge. That's my greed right there, and this is the price. Bursting the limit of my fucking thumb. Okay. Too far. Come on. One more, I'll do it. Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh. Yes. Now if the recording has shown to fuck up, I'm gonna be so mad. Honestly, I thought this would be a little simpler, but no, this was just as hard as it was on the PSP. The fact I was able to do it within the hour is a miracle. No Name, a keyblade with long reach that provides an outstanding boost in magic and makes it easier to land critical hits. This keyblade is also the reason why you would want to fight this character with Aqua, because this is the best keyblade in my opinion for Aqua. And then you can just fuck off around here, I guess. I'll show you why. Because this is the ultimate weapon. 7 the strength, 6 magic. No Name is basically the magic equivalent of the ultimate weapon, where it's 7 magic, 6 strength. Also comes with a long reach and a nice blue look. Similar to those lightsaber blades that little guy had. It also has a clock on there and stuff, showcasing he is a master of time, which he is. If changing the time and stuff, like reversing time, wasn't clear enough. Let's look at character files. Unknown. Basically, his name is unknown, but a mysterious figure, that's where people that's how they refer to him. A mysterious figure whose origins, identity, and purpose are unclear. Although it might be the Japanese version where he's just referred to as mysterious figure. Either way, he's not fun. And he's definitely the final boss. I am proud of myself for not relying completely on the surges, though. But if you were to use magic like I did, the fight, I think, takes even longer. You'll be safer in a way, but it'll take longer because he's teleporting so much. See, when I fight Vanitas, it's a matter of, am I going to be able to land a hit on him? Fuck it, I'm saving, I don't care. It's a matter of, will you be able to hit him? Or what do I have to do to lay any damage on him? Also, if you go back here, I believe you will fight him again. So, handle your business, if there is any, and fuck off from there. Never return. It's the land of departure, not the land of returning. But, yeah, it's just that with Vanitas, it's so unfair because, like, even when you want to attack him, you really can't. Whereas this guy, there is multiple ways of beating him. Like I stated in the fight earlier, there are people that have made him a total bitch. No surges, they would rely on their counters and stuff, and they would just be whacking him. Hell, I mean, they taunt him so bad in the fight sometimes. I mean, I've seen him get wrecked, just like Vanitas, but I feel that it was also on like a grand study of his moves and being able to react accordingly based on distance and all that stuff. Something I have no idea on because I don't fight this guy regularly, and nor should I in order to fight him in a more comfortable way. I know I do that with some bosses, like the final boss in the final episode. I raised myself to a certain level, although it wasn't intentional, to fight him without being struck with too much bullshit. Same thing with Terra when he fought Terranort. Because I hated that boss, but I mean, I could beat him at a lower recommended level, or I could fight him equally, but like, that's a matter of just you being able to level yourself up, and you don't have to worry about reading everything the opponent does to where you can make him an absolute joke. This, in order to like have that same quality of fight against like Terranort, you have to know exactly how he fights, know his openings, know what this and that can do. It's just, I don't have the time and patience for that. I have the patience to endure when he's going invisible 24/7, but I don't have the patience to fight him constantly, especially when he does so much damage. I believe even at 99, level 99 or level 100, whichever one this maxes out at. I know 358/2 maxes out at 100. But whatever the max level is, from what I can tell, the damage scaling doesn't matter. That's why I had little to no problem going back to this as Aqua. Like just on Aqua's regular playthrough, not the final episode. Because it wouldn't have mattered if I had the levels that I had before. The thing that just irked me is that I didn't have Royal Radiance, so that fight could have gotten better if I had that Keyblade, because I'd be doing more damage. That's why I sell for the Ultima weapon, because on the off chance I wanted to rely completely on the Thunder Surges, I would have that. But the Void Gear makes that point moot. And I wanted to utilize magic that way. It didn't seem like, oh, another guy fighting the mysterious figure using only Thunder Surges. I just wanted to show that there are multiple ways of beating him. And that was my first time actually utilizing them, because I did use the Thunder Surge technique when I first fought him. It's not something I learned, it's something I experimented with when I was still trying to fight him. I mixed a whole bunch of stuff, and eventually I got this move. I'm like, you know what, this might work. Actually, no, I just kept using different commands and going back to the fight, and eventually I saw something like, hey, it worked, so all I did at the time was make more Thunder Surges or bought them. I think I bought them, actually. And then eventually it was just a matter of being patient and utilizing the attack when I can. This fight was a little different because I was able to manipulate the movement of the mysterious figure more thanks to the triple Firaja, so I'm happy about that, because he couldn't just flat out attack. Like, if you noticed in some of his moves, he wanted to go for the Sonic Blade attack, and I was able to knock him out of it. You saw I was able to create 3 suns with his help by knocking the Mega Flare out. Excuse me. So it has its perks of experimenting with him, but that's the thing I like the most about it, is that you can experiment with this boss. You have more options to fight him than Vanitas. That's all I'm saying, and for that I give him a C at best as a boss. Vanitas I give a D-. Actually, I'll give him a D, because Vanitas, although he is incredibly cheap, he only has 1 health bar, and that helps counter out the bullshit. I think if this guy maybe had 2 health bars, it might have been passable, but with the amount of crap he does, I don't know if I can let that slide. But at the same time, because he's not a countering whore like Vanitas is, and you can experiment with how you want to fight him, then that's what raises it to a C, because I don't have to rely on supreme bullshit to fight Vanitas than I have to with the mysterious figure. If you're wondering why I didn't use Seeker Mind, it's, as you've seen, he dodges magic, And that kind of helped me make sense of things, because before I did try to use Seeker Mines, but they never worked. But now I know why, because he dodges magical attacks. And the Seeker Mines don't always work, so combine their percentage chance of activating plus his teleporting, they'll never work. And like I said, I've tried it, I just didn't know what was going on. The other thing is that, let's say it did work, you know that he blocks a lot of attacks. I don't know if he tried to block any of my magic. I know that he would slow down and reverse time though. But let's say that he was able to block it, then that would just be giving him more health than something like the Thunder Surge would, with one extra nudge of health from the barrier, or one or two shot, more like one shot from a Firaja. But that's assuming it would even work out for him. Sorry if I'm not making any sense. I still think that Mysterious Figure is a little better, but he needs to be toned down because he should not be that hard. And again, it's not really that he's super hard. The problem is his damage is way too high. What I would do is I would make him in the vein of No Heart or Armored Ericus, and tone down his attack power and give him more gaps in between his moves. That way you can react with either healing or a counter attack of sorts. Because at least with those two, you were able to get some leeway. No Heart was a little so-so, but he did have his moments. And Ericus was, he left himself open to a certain degree. But they were better designed bosses than these two, which is sad to say. I mean, it is in one sense, but it's more of that. What makes it the most saddening is that they had a chance to tone down these bosses and they didn't. And that would probably turn people away from wanting to do post-game things, because I don't look forward to post-game stuff. At least in these other Kingdom Hearts games, which I might be trying out. Which leads me to my announcement. So, I think I've mentioned before at the beginning of this Kingdom Hearts playthrough that Fur said that he was going to be tackling the Kingdom Hearts series on this channel, as he's already started with the 0.2 A Fragmentary Passage. The only one that I agreed on doing, or the one that I insisted on doing, was this game, and now it's completed. But this is the thing, I've never completed, let alone played, Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories, and Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 1 I've played up into a certain point. I've gone past, I don't remember what the town is. It's the one after Destiny Island gets swallowed up by the darkness. I played that town, and then I played a little bit of the Tarzan world, and then I stopped. I've never touched Chain of Memories, and I've only gone past the tutorial with Roxas in Kingdom Hearts 2. I played 358 over 2 days, and I've played this game. But, like I said, Fur said he was going to be covering the Kingdom Hearts games on here. So where does that leave me? Obviously, I'd be playing it in my downtime, but I also want to share my experience too. But I gave him that choice to post it on this channel, so today I'm going to announce that I will be streaming on Twitch my playthroughs of Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories, and Kingdom Hearts 2 as we lead up to the release of Kingdom Hearts 3. And I plan, it's not set in stone, but I do plan on starting weekend streams the following weekend at the time this is released. So if this is released like on Tuesday or something, Then the following Saturday coming up, I will begin live streaming. Because I think I found a way to stream off of my PS4. It's primitive, but it's better than nothing. I've been wanting to stream for a very long time. Ever since the first true Let's Play I've done on here, which was The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD, I wanted to stream going from beginning to end the Cave of Shadows with the Ganondorf amiibo on the whole time. And I'm still working on that. The reason why I'm using the PS4 to stream is because it has a built-in streaming option. I don't have to download something from my computer because I don't know if I'll be able to, get it to work. I'm still, studying as to how that works with, OBS and all that stuff. So, until then, it'll be PS4 sharing. If I remember correctly, I will put my Twitch link in the description below, and I'll try to remember to put it on the channel. Follow me on Twitter for the update on when I start going live. I want to try going live between 7 or 10 Pacific time. And I'll be streaming as much of the night as I can. And this will be weekend streams only. If I feel that I can do it during the weekday, I will, but I make no promises on that. Because, life and stuff. And the other thing is that I got another LP to do. But if there's enough demand for it, I'll go ahead and do the LP on Twitch instead. At any rate, my final thoughts on Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. As a whole, I love this game. I mean, it's got its dumb moments, and honestly, I wouldn't pick it up as my first Kingdom Hearts because if you've been following the story, you'll know that there's a whole bunch of details and characters that you'll see in this game, and you won't know what the hell, who are these characters, and where's the story going, because this game is more into tying loose ends from the franchise, from what I can tell, than it is being its own separate game. I decided to start with this game and move on in a chronological order. And just playing through this, it just goes to show that you cannot play the Kingdom Hearts series in chronological order. You have to play it by release date. Either way, it has been a blast playing this again. I'm not gonna say I love the characters, but I do, enjoy some of them to a degree. The levels are nice and colorful. The enemies are okay. They do have a good variety, but I feel they could have had more variety. I don't know, there's just something about seeing the flood for the 9th time in Neverland just to be a bit of an annoyance. Also, I feel that there's not enough unique unversed in some of the levels, Castle of Dreams, I think, has one unique unversed, which is the boot, but then they'd have nothing else then. Enchanted Dominion, I don't think, has any unique unversed, or the Dwarf Woodlands, not counting bosses, obviously. It is nice that they did refer to using certain Disney enemies, like those little goblin creatures that Maleficent can summon, the pig creatures. Let's see, Disney Town didn't really have anything noteworthy. This is where they started diversing the unverse a little bit, because Olympus Coliseum had the gladiator shield guys, and Deep Space had the satellite unversed, not counting the alien racers that you kill with your hover bike. And Neverland had totem poles and the giant ape unversed. So it showed some variety. I mean, if I'm missing anything, feel free to let me know in the comments. But then otherwise, for the most part, you had your standard unversed here. Then they upgraded in Radiant Garden, and then they started getting a little more unique in these other worlds. I kind of wish that it stayed unique in some cases, but I ain't gonna lose sleep over it. The bosses range from, I'm not gonna count the secret bosses, but story-wise, they range from fun and interesting ideas to alright. I mean, I remember most bosses, and I like how some nod to like the theme of the level. Like, there's a carriage unversed boss or pumpkin thing, whatever, in Cinderella's world, Castle of Dreams. There's a pinwheel type enemy as the boss in Enchanted Dominion, which I believe is a reference to Princess Aurora pricking her finger on a pinwheel or something, and I have no idea. I don't remember Sleeping Beauty very well. And Dwarf Woodlands had a tree, but I don't know if that references anything in Snow White other than her being afraid of trees, apparently. Radiant Garden is its own unique world. Mysterious Tower doesn't have anything. Disney Town doesn't have anything. Deep Space had like alien themed unversed bosses, or a boss. Olympus Coliseum, I'm trying to remember if there was anybody unique. I think it was just a swarm of mushrooms, because otherwise it was the Titan, Hades, and Zack. And then Neverland also had a swarm of mushrooms, which fit the theme better. Otherwise it was... What else was it? It was Captain Hook and Vanitas? Yeah, Neverland kind of dropped the ball on it. And I say they dropped the ball because because Olympus Coliseum had the mushrooms. But I feel that the mushrooms make more sense in Neverland. But I digress, sort of. It's a really solid game. If you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, or like you kind of dropped off after 2 or something and never gave this a shot, I really recommend you give it a shot. It is a very fun game. If you never played a Kingdom Hearts game, story-wise, I wouldn't recommend it because you're going to get lost, I feel. But otherwise, if you just want to have a fun action RPG game, this is highly recommended. Good action, it's easy to understand, and it can be a lot of fun. I mean, the campaigns are short, but altogether it's pretty long. I believe you'd spend maybe 30 hours. That might be a little too much. I don't know. You won't spend too long on this game, I don't think so. You have a lot to do as well, if you want 100% it at least. I mean, it's just a great game, and like probably the one thing that's the most notable for me personally is the music is so good. It is just so damn good. From Vanitas' theme to the Lingering Will theme. I'm trying to remember what Terranort's theme is in the final episode. That theme is just so good. The Mysterious Figure has the best violin I've heard in a soundtrack. Vanitas' Remnant has a very great theme. It's actually mixed of like several different themes, if I'm not mistaken. Just because I haven't played the other Kingdom Hearts games doesn't know that, and it doesn't mean that I don't know certain things like themes and bosses. I've seen them. Well, most of them anyways. I'm not familiar with how the playing, but I digress. So yeah, this was a fun game. I mean, I've had my frustration here and there, and sometimes I put a little more emphasis on what I'm more frustrated about in a game than I am enjoying it. And I feel in some cases I've stressed that a bit, and the only reason why it wouldn't seem like that is because I over-leveled in 2 of the 3 main campaigns. But I really do love this game. Don't take my bitching and complaining in certain scenarios as like I hate this game and I hate all games like this. No. And don't take my bitching over the mysterious figure or anything as saying that the whole game as a whole is flawed and stuff, because it's not. Just those bosses. And the kicker is that they're all optional, so you don't even have to deal with them. Sure, you get nice keyblades for beating them, but they're optional, and once you beat them, most likely you've already beaten the game, so there's really no point unless you want to have an easier time fighting enemies in the Mirage Arena. So that's pretty much all I got for this. Like I said, I'll be attempting to live stream this coming up weekend, and I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. The next playthrough that I'm going to be doing is Gravity Rush, as I mentioned before, and then after that it's going to be In the Dark, because that's the most I've revealed anyways in past playthroughs. So, with that said, I have been your host, Purple, and I thank you for playing with me Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix. I'll see you guys next time.